What's going on, my bomb squad? This is your favorite host, Don the Bomb, back for another action-packed action figure review. Oh man, it's always a good time when a Don the Bomb's either food review or action figure review hits. You know it's gonna be a must-watch video. And this will be no different. So today I am reviewing the Boss Fight Studio Legends of Lucha Libre Konnan figure. Now this Konnan figure came out, I'd say maybe a little over a year ago. I think this is Series 2. Series 1, I believe, had Pentagon Jr. and his brother Ray Phoenix. This one, well, if I guess I could turn the back real quick, it shows you that Lady Maravilla, which is another one that I have, which is right here, which is a pretty cool figure. That was in the same series. And then another Penta and another Ray Phoenix. So I did not get those two because I already have the Jazzwares versions of those two guys. So I'm definitely a fan of Lucha Libre. When I first started watching wrestling, I was enamored of the guys with the high-flying moves and the masks, the colorful attires. I mean, and it still continues to this day. I love watching Lucha Libre wrestling, and wrestling in general, especially AEW. There's a lot of high flyers, a lot of guys doing the lucha style. So hey, I'm here for it. And Pentagon, well, Penta El Cero and Ray Phoenix are two of my favorites in AEW. So this Konnan here, if I am not mistaken, this looks like a late 80s, early 90s version of him. He got most of his popularity in the mid-late 90s in WCW. He was in NWO Wolfpack and all that other stuff. Arriba la Raza, Bowdy and Rowdy and all that other stuff he used to say. And you see him every once in a while nowadays, kind of in a managerial role, different places. So, he really made a name for himself. But this was, like I said, it looks like a late 80s, early 90s. I might have had to do my research on that. It says his debut was 1987, so it might have been around here. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there was a character in 1992 or 93 in WWE called Max Moon, and Konnan actually portrayed him initially, and then for whatever reason he left WWF, and then someone else, I think it was Paul Diamond, resumed the role of Max Moon, which was a very interesting, unique character. Actually would make a good action figure, very toyetic, like this one here. So, before I waste any more time talking about it, here's the box. I really do like the Legends of Lucha Libre line for Boss Fight Studios. There's a picture of Konnan on the side. And once again on the back, you can see the different style, the shots there. And there's the other members of that line. And there is the typical barcode and jibber-jabber. And on the side, you see the window. So it looks like the box, this box is already coming apart. It's in a hurry. It's like, get me out of here. Oh, Essay. Get me out of here, Essay. All right, well, let's do just that. Without any further ado, here is Konnan. All right, we'll put that over there. We'll see what all the fuss is about. Like I said, this is an older figure. He's not new, but I believe I got this from Entertainment Earth, and it showed on there, it was the last one left, and I had been trying to play the long game on this, which means I was waiting for the best possible sale, the best possible deal. And the other place I shop with is a Big Bad Toy Store, and they already ran out of them. So they were on their last one. So I'm like, you know what? I got to get this. It was still the regular price of $40, but I got it because I didn't want to miss out on them. So I was waiting for the price to drop. Like the Lady Maravilla one, the price dropped to, I think, about $24 for her. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to get her. So my long game paid off for her, but Konnan never dropped in price, to my disappointment and chagrin and all that other stuff. Oh, gosh. He lost his head. All right. They want the review just to continue. The box is open by itself. Figures are flying out of the plastic prison, as we do say. All right, so let's go into the, we have the classic unbranded microphone. Everyone needs a microphone. He was a talker, so he could get away with it. We have a fisted right hand and it looks like the gun pointing the pointer finger on the right hand as well. And then we have a classic pose left hand. I don't know what pose that is. I've seen it, but can't really tell you. And then a gripping left hand as well. And then we have a second head sculpt, which has a very interesting look. It looks kind of like a metal or a steel, almost like a knight mask, which is very cool. I'm glad they got this extra head sculpt in there. I mean, if you're paying $40, you might as well get an extra head sculpt. I like it. I like it. And then the main event here, Konnan himself. The only bad thing about the Legend of Lucha Libre line, you know, it just seems like they come out so slow. It's almost like one series a year. They have a basic series and a elite style series, which this one is. And it just seems like maybe there's one series of each per year so far. And they've advertised the next elite series style that is coming out this summer is going to be great. Like, I can't remember exactly who's in there, like Laredo Kid and Tenny Bliss Jr., if I pronounce that properly. There was a couple other ones too. I think Taya Valkyrie. They're going to be pretty cool, so I'm looking forward to those. And Boss Fight Studio also has the MLW license as well, and they're kind of like, if anyone watched Lucha Underground from a few years ago, it's kind of similar to that. So they have Series 1, I think, coming out real soon, maybe January, February, so I'm going to pick those up. They're going to have, like, the guy who plays Karrion Kross when he was Killer Kross, Alex Hammerstone, I think his name is, Jacob Fatu, and I can't remember. There's another guy, too, I think. A guy that looks like the Croc Master from G.I. Joe. I can't remember his name, but he looks pretty cool. So this is kind of like a 6-7-inch scale. At first, they were coming out in the 6-inch scale, and a lot of people were saying, well, these aren't really compatible with the WWE and AEW figures currently. So it looks like they upgraded them with this series and made them a little taller so you can better scale with them. Now, Lady Maravilla is shorter, but, you know, she is a short girl. And it seems like, for whatever reason, WWE is making their women's wrestling figures really short. So as you see Konnan here, he's got the cool blue, light blue mask. Now he has the butterfly joints, which allows for good movement back. But once again, you know, these joints are kind of stiff and you might have to apply heat to them to make them fully expand. But, I mean, this is pretty cool. They have pinned joints, which means you can see the pins there, which are kind of a eyesore. I like them better when they're pinless, but that's all right. I can get away with it. Single joint, or is this, no, is that double joint? Okay, it looks like they're double jointed elbows. Yeah, they're double jointed. All right. Double jointed gives you better range of motion, even though I think single jointed looks better aesthetically. So then you have his blue and purple tights with yellow, or black molded on knee pads and black and white boots. Luckily, they have the peg holes in the bottom too, so you know, the articulation, like I said, they're a little stiff. On the back, you can see the butterfly joints right here on the shoulders. There's a little hole there. I don't know what the heck that's for. I guess we'll find out one way or another. And there, he can kick up that high and do his lucha stuff, and he can split like that. And these are pinned, double-jointed knees. Allows for better range of motion. But like I said, the joints are a little stiff right now. And then you have, it looks like a ball joint on the ab crunch, which allows nice little movement there. You can go back like this. You kind of get that gap there, which is not good, but definitely allows for a good range of motion. You can jump down like that. You see his chest hair all, it looks like escaped appropriately for that time. It looks pretty cool. Looks kind of realistic. And there, I don't know if you can see the face Looks good underneath that mask, if I do say so myself. And yeah, I think it's a pretty cool figure. I would have to give this, yeah, I'd probably give this a 7 out of 10. Maybe a 7.5 out of 10. It's cool. I like this line a lot. It's real fun. I like the masks, wrestlers, the face paint, tattoos, a cool, colorful attire. So let's get into some figure comparisons. Let's start off with Mattel Legends Ravager Thor. He's more of a 6-inch scale. He's a taller 6-inch scale too, so he actually is taller than Konnan, it looks like. Yeah, you know, that's all right. Then we have our G.I. Joe figure, which is, oh my gosh, what is a Shadow Tracker or whatever. And he's a 6-inch figure, so they're kind of looking head to head. So maybe the scaling up didn't happen until the series afterwards, because I'm not, he looks just to be about a 6-inch figure here. We'll bring out the other wrestling figures too then. These two here are from Boss Fight Studios. They were in the last basic style series, and I really love these figures. I just got them a couple months ago. We have the Ultimo Dragon and Black Taurus. Now they have limited articulation compared to the Konnan figure, but you will see that they're really cool figures, and they're all about that same height, that 6-inch scale. I thought they raised the, you know, they're not really tall guys, but still should be a little taller if you want to compare them and display them with the other figures. But I love these two. These definitely are checking the boxes for being toyetic and look cool on the shelf. So let's bring in my Mattel Elite Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he kind of towers over Konnan, which I guess isn't too, I mean, obviously it's not unrealistic at all. Konnan, or Brock is a big guy, so that's not too bad. That's not too bad. And then my Jazz Wears AEW Freddie Mercury, Queen singer right there. He's definitely head and shoulders taller than Konnan there. But I guess, I mean, it's not too egregious. You can get away with it. So he'll fit in the display nicely. Right, Freddie? No, he's not talking right now, even though his mouth is wide open. And, well, let's not go any further with that. So, like I said, Konnan, I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10. It's a really cool figure. I love this line and look forward to what it can bring in 2024 and beyond. So remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. I really appreciate everybody's support. And like I said in a couple other videos, in order to get my videos on your feed for sure, please make sure you enable notifications and click that bell. That way, the Don the Bomb universe doesn't pass you by. We do not want that, I'm telling you. So, for everybody out there, all that glitter isn't gold. And until the next time, peace.